Hey everybody, what's going on? We are back on the Lost Island for episode 2. First episode, we got ready and got started, and we kind of got over to the tower up in the north of the map. And now we're going to try to head west, still on the north side of the map, and we are going to try to go to the like the jungle type of area that's like right on the beach. It's got a whole lot of tall rocks and stuff. So I want to head over there. I made this raft. I got all my stuff on it. Got everything stored on here. I was originally just gonna use the canoe, but I found one of Lost Island's first glitches. Do not put Sinomacrops on a canoe, because your canoe will go like 5 feet above the water, and it will continue to go 5 feet above the water like every time you get in and out of it. So I get in it once, goes up 5 feet, get out of it, get back in, it goes up like a total of 10 feet. So yeah. Also, if you see the admin bar when I pause the game at some points and it says walk, that's because I had to use a cheat code to fly, because I needed to get the canoe out of the air. Because it was interesting. And then when I tried to like replicate it and record it, it literally just like straight up sank the canoe. Alright, so we're back here. We got the raft. I dumped a bunch of berries and stuff that I don't really need out, so so we're over here. Honestly, it's not very far from where I was. It was a pretty quick trip over here. Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, traveling that far like is almost nothing. Basically, this map is giant. Like, I don't know how it compares to Ragnarok, but honestly, I think this map's like the biggest that Ark has ever made, except for maybe like Genesis Part 2 and maybe Genesis Part 1. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know like the sizes of that, but I think it's definitely bigger than Ragnarok. Because you know, I've done a little bit of scouting, and it looks like massive, but it also looks incredible. So this is the jungle. We're gonna try and find a Sinomacrops. I'm not 100% sure where to find them, but I know they're in here. Basically, I just run around with chitin in my last hotbar, and they should, if I'm around them for a little bit, like I don't know, 10 seconds or something, hearts should appear around them, and then they'll fly to me. But they're also really tiny, so I don't know like how I'm gonna see them that well, especially with all the trees and vines and stuff like that. So yeah, this ought to be interesting. I think honestly, I'm probably just gonna tame the first one I see, just because I don't know how hard it's gonna be to find one. Also, I don't know how dangerous this is. When you spawn around, it says that what's it called? It's called like the 4 mouths or something. It says that it's a hard point, so I don't know what's in here that makes it so hard, but yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I got a little bit of cold going on. So we're looking around. Honestly, I kind of expected them to maybe be like bats, like they're like kind of just like chilling on these walls of these rocks or something. But I haven't seen anything so far, and if they were there, I definitely didn't see them just because of how small they are. But it ought to be interesting, because these things look super like cool, and they also look really OP. One of the bad things though is they only need chitin, so I'm gonna have to get something that's not good. Yeah, see, look, you can see the health bar there. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, well, Moss Chomp should be able to take care of that, as long as he's on neutral. And if he can't, he sucks. He should be able to. Alright, we're gonna run back out there. Go get him back and see what's going on. Okay, so unfortunately we did lose Moss Chomp. I got back up there and saw damage numbers, but I didn't see any of his damage numbers. And so we did lose him. But, so I hardly got enough time to record this guy, but he just, like, I just saw hearts all of a sudden, and he just came straight to me, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to start recording. But he flew to me once, so he's already halfway tamed. He's only level 40, I think. And there's T-Rex there. That's why this place is so difficult, I guess. But basically, you see that? There's hearts over there. And then they come back to you, basically. And then they land right in front of you. And if you can't reach them, they will walk closer. Like, if you don't click the button quick enough or something, they will walk closer instead of just flying away. So that is good. Alright, now I have my first Sinomacrops. This is, like, basically my second tame. It's a pretty easy tame. But the area you find it in is kind of difficult, just because like all the creatures and stuff. I saw tons. Yeah, see, look, you can see raptors back there too. But there was tons of raptors, carnos. I saw a couple T-Rexes. But I'm gonna figure out the controls on this thing because I have no idea what the controls are on Xbox. So I'm gonna look that up and figure out what I'm doing because I want to do the glide. It looks super cool and it makes getting around the map easier. So, I am right above, right where I just ended that last clip of, off. I can't open that yellow drop because I'm not a high enough level. But, I figured it out so far. This is how you glide. So basically you fly with A, which I already had that figured out. And then to glide, you just quick tap the stick. You just press it in. And if you, so you can see like I'm doing now, I see like it just shoots me straight down. Like, because I'm not at the right angle to build up speed. So basically, if you're going at too high of an angle, and you're not gaining enough speed, basically you'll just like drop off and just like dive into the ground. Unless you're high enough, then you can recover it, but it does do damage. And then also, there's two glide modes. Basically, one that's auto. Basically, it gives you the highest possible angle to keep from like dive bombing. Basically, it'll just keep you at the same angle the whole time. You don't have to worry about going up or down or whatever. And that kind of gets you across the map pretty good, and you don't have to worry about dive bombing. And then you also, if you want to do the dive bombing thing, basically it's kind of like a griffin. You know, you can go straight down, build up speed, and then kind of go out, and then switch into your other mode or whatever. But one thing I don't like about this jungle is how many dimorphs there are. It is so hard to like spot a Sinomacrops because they're tiny. They're like the size of a dimorph, except they're like thinner. So they're kind of hard to find. And every time I think I find a Sinomacrops, I'm like, oh man, there's a ton of them. No, it's just a dimorph. So yeah, I'm just basically searching the jungle at this point, just kind of exploring basically. Just kind of see what all it's got going on in here. The main problem I see with this place is there are sarcos everywhere. Like, if you get to like a swamp part, so like this water I don't think is deep enough for a sarco to spawn here. But in the other area, there's like a bunch of swamps and stuff around the area, and there are just sarcos everywhere. And I did do a dino wipe. I don't know how much it helped or anything, but I don't know if it helped at all with the things that weren't spawning as well. Because after I did the dino wipe, because I did it to try and get the spiders back in that tower, because for some reason that tower and like the cave below it, spiders literally just aren't spawning. So I went like clear through all the caves under that, and I didn't see a single thing. So maybe I'll have to go back off camera and just see if it's fixed now. Because maybe I didn't give it enough time to spawn the spiders, but I kind of figured it'd fix it, but I guess it didn't. So also, the Sinomacrops, if you hold X, this is on Xbox, of course, the interact button basically. If you hold the interact button, it will like pop up with a wheel, you know, like they always do in Ark, and basically you can select its inventory. You can enable auto scream and enable auto scream only when aggro, and then you can just press scream. Honestly, I recommend clicking on enable scream, and then after you enable scream, enable the one where it just does it when something's aggroed on you, because you know Titan Myrmidrones and Meganeuras come out of nowhere, and it takes care of those. Because basically the screaming just kind of takes care of them. They kill almost instantly. So I went back up to that mountain. You can see it right there. Not the snow mountain, but the one like closer to me. It's kind of hard to see against the other mountain. But I flew clear up there and was kind of flying around. I didn't even know this was over here. I knew it was somewhere, but I kind of figured it was farther. I thought it was more to the east, honestly. But it wasn't. I just flew off the mountain and was flying around, and then I found it. Hopefully we can find some Sinomacrops here, but honestly I don't know if we will. Because from what it seems like they're pretty rare, unless I'm just missing them. Well, which is very possible because, like graphics like super far away aren't that good, so they could just not be. They could just be like not rendering in until I get close to them. But yeah, I can't even find one. This one was only a level 40 when I got it, so it's only like a level 60 after I tamed it, or it'd be like a level 59, I guess. But basically, the only thing I recommend, like increasing on this would be like weight and stamina, because stamina will let you fly longer, obviously. And basically, anything that you put in its inventory, absolutely anything, will instantly be. The weight will instantly be cut in half. So, I mean, obviously if you're moving a base or something, this obviously is the way to go, with just like one of these with like its weight leveled all the way up. Or if you're making like a hunting pack of them, which would actually be a pretty good idea because they go through chitin pretty fast. So I'm thinking about going to the desert, flying across map like off camera and just killing some chitinous creatures. Because they do increase damage to him, but I don't know if I'll have him attack them, because I don't want him to die, because he doesn't have a whole lot of health. And that's also a thing that you could level up, would be health and melee damage, if you're making a hunting pack. But yeah, these things can be used for a lot of different things. And unfortunately, I just can't find a high level one right now. If I do find a high level one, I will probably tame it off camera. Just because I don't want to like really bore you guys with it, because I mean you guys saw how I tamed this one. Basically, hearts show up, comes to me, I feed it, it flies away for a little bit. As long as I stay close enough, it'll come back to me, and I know it comes back to me when the hearts show up. So, I still cannot see any Sinomacrops, which kind of sucks because I do want a little pack of them. I think that'd be cool. Plus, I mean, even if I tamed like some low-level ones and just bred them, I could still have a hunting pack for them. And it would still be kind of cool. Along with these ruins. I love the ruins. Because, like, Rag doesn't have a lot of castles. Like, it has, like, oh, man, where's it at? There's, like, the lighthouse. I guess there are all the buildings down in the desert in Ragnarok, which those are kind of cool. But other than that, there's like the lighthouse, and then there's like the little mini castle with like the cave like down beneath it. It's like the water cave or whatever, where you have to like go through like the ground. And yeah, so like you can just see it. My Sinomacrops automatically screamed. I don't know why it automatically screamed, because it's supposed to be doing when it's aggro only, and I don't think Coelacanths can aggro. And there's also a Alpha Carno over here, so I'm going to want to steer clear of that. Also, there is another thing about Sinomacrops that kind of evens them out. Basically, if you get hit, it won't fly. Like, so imagine you're flying, you get like 2 feet off the ground, a raptor hits you. Basically, it will automatically stop flying, and you will fall back down. Now, if you're high enough in the air, it'll just stop you for a second, but then you should be able to restart flying. But if you're close to the ground, you're just going to fall on the ground over and over. So what I recommend is if you're getting chased by a raptor, or like a Carno or something, try to sprint first and get enough away from it that you can like build up enough speed that you can fly away quick. Because if you don't have enough speed to fly away quick, it's just going to catch you again. And then it's, just gonna kill you and your Sinomacrops, and then you'll have to find another one, which I really don't want to have to do. But honestly, I'm probably gonna try and look for one. But I just can't find them right now. So here's the little glide thing. I recommend doing the glide in third person mode. I feel like it makes it easier. You can kind of see where you're aiming a bit better. First person just feels weird for some reason. This Carno's coming for me still. It should aggro onto that Parasaur or whatever was over there. Yeah. So I think this is basically the end of the video. I mean, I think we're just gonna head over here. Maybe just see if there's any on the beach, I guess. But other than that, I think that's the end. It'd make it so much easier if they were just like on the beach, because like Syntac found one like on the beach and then it flew out over the ocean. That's just too easy to happen for me. It has to happen the hard way. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna look around and try and find one. But if I don't, I guess I'm just gonna take this one in the desert and just get some chitin, because it does go through it pretty fast. And then next episode, we'll probably be like getting metal tools and like crossbows, forges, smithies, and we're probably gonna set up a permanent base somewhere, so you know, I'm not living on a boat. But yeah, this thing looks super cool, and it looks really cute. I feel like the original design was better. Like when they first released like what the dinosaur was gonna be, I feel like the design was better. Like the head was smaller, and I feel like it looked cuter, but it's still cute. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe for episode 3. Thank you so much.